of visits, but are all slowly dying. Today, we're going to be looking at 5 current popular games that started to die out. Fish was open for testing back in August 2024, and eventually released a few months later on October 5th, 2024. This game would explode in popularity, and it quickly took over Roblox. It now sits at over 2.9 billion visits and not even a full year being out. After some time, this game was constantly averaging around 200 to 400,000 active players, but there's a problem. And now this number is starting to fall rapidly, going from 200 to 400,000 to now 70 to 80,000, around a 60% drop in players. And now many popular videos are being made on the game falling off. To understand what happened, let's ask the players. Firstly though, if you somehow aren't aware, Fish is a Roblox game in which, well, you fish. You can get better fish, fishing rods, unlock new locations, and much more.
Did you start playing this game recently or when it launched?
Like a few weeks ago.
Do you know why the game is falling off?
Well, people just got bored of grinding.
This player has a good point. In games like these where you just keep grinding to get better, a lot of people probably got bored and tired, so they stopped playing. Also, when a game goes this viral, there's going to be a ton of people who play only to see what the hype's about, and if they don't enjoy it, they just forget about it and move on. However, Fish has another major problem which caused the game to decline, so let's investigate deeper to find the truth. This is the creator, WoozyNate, who joined Roblox back in 2016. He started launching a ton of games in 2020, but a lot of these were eventually cancelled or just didn't perform well. Game after game, failure after failure, it was looking like his time as a developer was coming to an end. However, he did actually have a game do very well called Vibe Bar, which got over 680,000 visits. Even though this game was huge, he did actually cancel working on it. See, WoozyNate didn't really create games for money or to get a ton of visits. A lot of these were just passion projects of his, and when he didn't enjoy it anymore, no matter how popular it was, he moved on. And that's exactly how Fish started back in 2024. It was a passion project, and he independently did every aspect of the game, building, scripting, modeling, everything. He was working on this slowly, not knowing this project would end up changing his life forever. As mentioned, it launched on October 5th, 2024, and exploded in popularity, now sitting at over 2.9 billion visits. The dev, WoozyNate, had made it. His game was taking over Roblox at a speed never seen before, but just after a month of release, he had a tough decision to make, and this decision ultimately caused the downfall of the game. WoozyNate was approached by Dubig Studios to partner with, a massive studio who owned a ton of popular games. They would pay him a bunch of money and he would still be the owner of the game. However, they would take over the development of the game, while WoozyNate would be more on the side to help out and give feedback. WoozyNate could either take a bunch of money and partner with them, or continue solo on this passion project. But since the game grew so popular so quickly, he eventually decided to partner with them to help support the game. This concerned the community, as Dubig is known for partnering with games and ruining them by making them pay to win. But WoozyNate assured everyone that this wouldn't happen. But sadly, this wasn't true, and all the pay to win aspects seemed to be slowly killing the game. They started adding luck boosts, and then adding bundles, which gave even crazier luck boosts, and they even added gifting features so people can buy this multiple times and increase the luck even more. They even added limited skins, loot boxes, and so much more. The game got filled with pay to win aspects and microtransactions. This caused a lot of the players to leave. It also made the game less special to players since, with the boosts and such, nothing felt rare or special anymore. Even players who aren't aware of the Dubig takeover recognize this.
Did the game become pay to win?
Kinda.
Do you think the new owners are ruining the game?
Well, I didn't know there were new owners.
Overall, this game went viral and quickly switched into a game filled with microtransactions, and even though it is still performing well, it seems to be dying as lost a ton of players. A crazy ending, but we're only getting crazier as the video goes on. Blade Ball has over 5 billion visits, but has been slowly dying out over time. It went from averaging 100 to 200,000 players to now around 25 to 30,000 active players, and seems to just be getting lower as time goes on. How did a game this viral and popular start to die out? Well, let's ask the players to see what happened.
Why do you guys think this game is dying?
Don't know.
The game is good.
So overall, players themselves seem a bit confused too. Most people I spoke to said this as well.
Why is this game dying?
I don't know.
Let's investigate deeper to see why this game is slowly losing its players. Blade Ball was launched in late 2023 by Chunch and co-owner Vido. Chunch joined Roblox back in 2016 and Vido all the way back in 2012. Both seemed to just be working on random projects for years but didn't have a huge game themselves. So eventually they teamed up to create Wiggity Game Studio, not knowing this would change their lives forever. In 2023, they began working on Blade Ball, a pretty simple game in which players hit the ball to each other and you have to react or deflect it in time. If not, you die and the last one standing wins. There's also different game modes such as teams. They would end up launching it near the end of 2023, and to their surprise, it exploded and went extremely viral. By the end of 2023, it already had over 2.6 billion visits and hundreds of thousands of active players. It became the quickest game in Roblox history to reach 1 billion visits, only taking around 50 days. But as time went on, it grew less and less popular, and also started to gain more and more hate. What happened? Well, this game had the same fate as the last game. Once again, this game was owned by Dubig Studios, and they went down the pay-to-win route, but this time way worse. Loot crates for crazy odds, limited skins, gambling, and so much more. If you go to their own group, many are commenting on how the game is essentially just a casino now, as well as a pay-to-win. They became notorious for how pay-to-win the game became and are constantly involved in drama, and that seemed to cause the game to slowly die. Also in general, the gameplay is typically the same thing over and over again. There aren't enough changes to make the gameplay feel new and fresh, so a lot of people probably got bored as well. Blade Ball still maintained popularity for a while, but our next story is a very recent game that is already dying.